The stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone of the building. May the peace and joy of Christ be with you today. In today's gospel, we have the parable of the vineyard and the tenants. And that speaks about the salvation history of Israel, which culminates in the coming of Jesus, the heir, the Son of God, whom they took outside and killed. Have you not read? The stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone of the building. Now, what is this cornerstone, or the stone that was rejected by the builders? There is a story connected to it. When Solomon was building the temple for the Lord, they had all the stone brought from far away, and all the stones that they brought for this temple were of the same shape and same measure. Anything different from that measure was rejected. But there was one which was very special, very big, that weighed 500 tons, but that looked different. But the builders did not understand what that was, and so they pushed it. They rejected it and pushed it down the mountain to the Kedron Valley. Now, they continued the building, and once the building was about to be over, they were looking for the cornerstone, because this is not getting completed. And then they sent a message to the quarry asking for the cornerstone. And they said the cornerstone was already sent years ago. And there, some of the workers remembered pushing a stone which looked different from other stones into the Kedron Valley. And now they went down the mountain to the valley and they searched for it, and finally they found that stone buried under the wild bushes. And they brought it up and then fixed it, with which the temple was completed. This story was very popular among the Jews. And so when Jesus said about this, when Jesus said about the stone being rejected by the builders and that stone becoming the cornerstone, they understood what he was talking about. And now the same thing happened with Jesus and the Pharisees. The Pharisees wanted everyone to think the same way or act the same way, they wanted everyone to be of the same frame. And they saw Jesus being very different. Jesus was thinking differently, teaching differently, moving around differently, and being friendly with the Pharisees. And Jesus was different. And therefore, they couldn't accept Jesus into their circle. They rejected him. They took him out of the city and crucified him. Now, Jesus, whom they rejected, whom they took away and killed, Jesus, whom they did whatever pleased them, became the cornerstone of the faith. And we know at one time they said Jesus came to abolish the law. He was not keeping the law of Sabbath. He is blaspheming. But Jesus says, I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill the law. Without Jesus, the law or the prophets is incomplete. Without Jesus, the salvation history is incomplete. Without Jesus, the commandment of love is incomplete. Because Jesus is the cornerstone which brings completion to everything. Without Jesus, our life is never complete. We might feel there is something missing in our life. We have everything. We try to do everything possible, but still we feel there is no stability in our life. There is no order in our life. There is no fulfillment in our life. There's still something lacking, something missing. And we try to look for things that we might think will fulfill our life, and more emptiness. What is that thing that will bring completion to our life? Jesus, the cornerstone. My dear friend, Lent is a blessed time to look for the cornerstone that we might have pushed away into the valley. Prayer, fasting, penance, and silence are great help to rediscover the cornerstone, Jesus, that will bring completion to our life. May Jesus, the cornerstone, strengthen us. Amen.